Get speed with vibrant service, vibrant broadband internet.
They're trying to get me to laugh. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Not even if I call you Vin.
Nope. Hey,
yourself laugh.
it's time for Vibrant You. How's everybody doing?
We're good.
Doing
Great.
well.
You brought Barry White with you today.
You did.
Oh, yeah.
Very.
Nice.
Taking
Very
it
low voice today.
Way to go, Barry.
Someone's got to.
All right. Well, hey, take us through what you got
All
to
right.
do.
Well, thanks for having us.
Sure.
Thanks for listening, and welcome to another Vibrant You Live. I'm Jane.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Bo.
So last week we talked about Valentine's Day, and I called it. My husband had to plow, so I didn't. I went home and went to bed.
Yeah, we got to, of course, we get the snow.
nothing.
First biggest snowfall we've had like all year.
Yes.
On Valentine's
So
Day.
he had to plow, and I think he got up at like 10:30 at night and tootled off. So, yay team. So I didn't really do a whole lot, and then Bo, you were gone. So, what is your favorite movie, Valentine's?
Go-to Valentine's Day movie would be Crazy Stupid Love, which I think you guys
Yep.
have mentioned.
We
And
talked
then
about that one.
also Valentine's Day, which I hadn't seen until like a couple weeks ago. So those would be my top two.
I haven't seen that, but
I have not seen it.
It's
either.
good, yeah.
aptly named.
No,
It
I have
is.
to watch Crazy Stupid Love because I've never seen
Oh,
it.
you
Steve
gotta watch
Carell,
it.
Ryan Gosling. It's
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah, I
It's
think
pretty
it'd be
good.
Probably
funny.
have.
I could do that.
Yeah.
And Valentine's Day is on Hulu Live, and then I think is it you said Netflix?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Oh, very good. So if you're not doing anything, there you go. So this week, we're going to be talking about cybersecurity. And in fact, we have a brand new Vibrant You coming out tomorrow night that we'll be talking a little bit more about too. So it's going to be on hackers, scammers, and AI. And so we're kind of talking a little bit of
Yep.
just kind of some backdrop of cybersecurity and how it all began.
Yep. So cybersecurity is about staying safe from hackers and scammers and the like. And if you weren't aware, scamming people has been around for a very, very, very long time. Basically, as long as people have existed.
Dawn of time.
People have been scamming each other, I'm sure. But the oldest recorded scam.
Oh, he laughed.
Yep, there we go. 300 BC, all right? So a Greek insurance scheme. So a Greek merchant named, and I'm going to butcher this, Stratos. He basically took out insurance on his ship load of goods, essentially saying that he would, pay out if he successfully delivered it. And then he intentionally sunk his ship that did not even have the goods in it. It was an empty ship, basically. So not only did he try to keep all the goods, saying that he lost them, but then he also was able to keep the insurance money that he put on those goods. He eventually got caught, which is probably why we know about the story. It didn't really tell us what happened to him, but I'm sure they dealt with him, and I hope he had life insurance.
I think he was going to need it.
Yeah.
And then we got some scams from the Roman Empire. So this is back in 193 AD, but a Roman emperor had passed away, and his Praetorian guards, who were the soldiers that were tasked with protecting the Roman emperor, decided to auction off the emperorship. And so they're essentially going to sell that position to the highest bidder. And so I'm going to butcher this one as well, but Julianus is a wealthy senator at the time. He won the auction, paid a fortune to get that emperorship, and the guard decided to pocket the money, not give him anything, not honor the deal, and left him with a lot lighter wallet and no emperorship. So it's been happening for a long time. It's been happening in a lot of different ways. And we also have some more recent scams that people are maybe a little more familiar with. That would be like Ponzi schemes. So Bernie Madoff, I'm sure that rings a bell for a lot of people. So he was a Wall Street guy that orchestrated a huge $65 billion Ponzi scheme. So he was defrauding investors for decades before he actually got arrested. It actually exposed a lot of systematic flaws in our system, in our regulations, and it kind of highlighted the get-rich-quick schemes. And so those scams have been taking different forms over the years, and they even got into real estate, which Jane's going to go into a little bit here.
Yep. So 2010, the FBI exposed a mortgage sting. So basically,
What was the name of the scheme? I like this name. It's kind of funny.
Operation Flip It and Quit It. we even Googled it because
Yeah,
it was
it's
kind
a
of
funny name.
confusing. So anyway, basically it was targeting distressed homeowners who didn't really have a lot of money, so they decided to inflate their property values and then sell them quickly. So the new homeowners would have loans and financial devastation in a sense because they owned a home that was more expensive than
And it
what
was really worth or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
So basically, it's pay attention to the economic vulnerability of people and pay attention to that. And then this time of year is also tax season, and Social Security information gets sent out. And I was watching my Know Before this morning before we got here.
I know before it's like a training program that our work does to kind of keep us aware of schemes to look out for.
Right. And so this one was talking about if you click on this link, it brings you to this page, and then the page is blacked out, and then you have to enable this page, and then it'll become clear, and you can see what your Social Security, how much you have in that account and all that. And so the minute you enable it is when the scam happens. And so I thought that was kind of interesting, because I guess I never really paid attention to that enable when I'm in.
Yeah, it sounds perfectly legitimate. And it's full, like, I think it mentions, like, for your security, we've blacked this out, but you click on this and you'll be able to view it. It sounds fine and good, but it was a complete scam. So what do we mean by cybersecurity? Basically, think of it like home security, but instead of protecting your home, it's protecting you on the internet. And these days, for better or worse, and there's a lot of great benefits to technology and having a lot of your stuff connected to the internet, but these days there are more stuff at risk than ever before. Nowadays, you can have your car connected to the internet, your phone, your watch, your microwave. My new refrigerator I got a couple years ago is internet connected for some basic features. But so that means all this stuff is a little more vulnerable. So when we talk about cybersecurity, we're talking about staying safe and protecting those devices that connect to the internet. So different form of security basically than we're used to.
Yeah, and there's a lot of threats that come from cybersecurity, so we're going to break them down a little bit. You've heard the term hackers. Those are people that are trying to illegally gain access to your devices. So that's your computer, your phone, your tablet, and they actually try to install software, which is called malware, which is malicious software. Those are programs that hackers use to get into your devices, to get your personal information, and find basically credit card info, social security, names, addresses. And these happen on a really large scale too. A lot of people have heard, major companies having data breaches, and or what's called ransomware. So a company like Target, for instance, can have their customer information, it's actually been held hostage for a huge sum of money, and they have to send that embarrassing email to all their customers saying, hey, you signed up with us in an account, and your name, your email, and your information has been leaked. So those data breaches can be very, very costly. They can be on a large scale. They can also be on a very small scale, like a phishing scam. So phishing, that's spelled with PH, that's an attempt usually individually to trick you into revealing your personal information, maybe through an email or a text message. And really what it comes down to is they want to get your money. They want to get your credit card information, your bank information. So they're just trying to separate you from your money. And there's a whole bunch of other ways that scams can happen, but those are kind of the major ways. And in my case, I've been scammed out of my voice, if you can hear that today. So I should not have clicked on that link, because I can at least have a deep radio voice today. So at least there's some benefit to it.
Then there's phishing scams with the F, where you're just pumping your fishing catches full of weights, and you hear about usually every year. Somebody gets caught because they were filling their fish with weights, and different type of scam.
Great. So how do you protect yourself against the scams? So first off, recognize when a hacker might go into your computer. This might be some random pop-ups. Click on this and win a computer, or Lauren.
You
did
want
that.
a new iPad? Yeah, you like
Lauren. Or you're at a ransomware where everything locks up and you have to call a number. So those are some things to pay attention to. And then you should also recognize when a scam, whether it be a call, email, or text message, someone is pretending from that utility company or your bank, and they're wanting that information, that security information right now, right away. And you're really unsure, especially when you live in a local town. You pretty much know the people from the bank or the utility company. So don't give them your credit card information, your social security number, anything like that. And then don't click on links and hang up on phone calls that don't seem legit. I know, Nathan, you had one a couple of weeks ago with that lady.
Yeah, I got a call. It seemed like a perfectly nice and legitimate charity. I think hers was like families of fallen fire department people, firefighters. And one of my best friends is a firefighter, so it kind of hit home for me. You know, at first they wanted like a $50 or $100 donation. Well, I should probably talk to my wife, you know, use the whole spouse excuse. So, well, let's just get you for $5. It's not a lot of money. Just start with $5 and you can talk later. As soon as I asked, you know, it sounds like a great charity. Do you have like a website I could kind of learn more about what you guys do and how you help people? She hung up on me. And so that was obviously a red flag that it probably wasn't a legitimate thing.
Right. And I had a lady on the phone. I'd been working with her with internet and phone. And she called me randomly after she had been installed and got a phone call from someone who said that they needed the credit card information right away. And then she proceeded to say, "Is this Vibrant?" And then the guy was like, yeah, this is Vibrant.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, she was giving him a little bit more information than what, you know, he knew at that point. And so she just kept saying, my kids tell me never to give that information out, and basically hung up on him. And then, well, actually, it was cute because she goes, "I only talked to Jane from Vibrant," and she hung up the phone, and she ended up calling me, which I thought was great. And I'm like, nope, you did the right thing. Good for you. You prevented a hack from happening. So that's awesome.
Yeah, if maybe you have a bill that's past due, or maybe you do need to make a payment, just hang up the phone and call that business directly from a number that you either already have or their legitimate number, because just because they're calling you, don't, you know, give them that information over the phone. If they called you, if you call in, that's a different story, you know.
Yeah, a lot of times you get like a text link, and even if it's, let's say it's from your bank or your local bank, or maybe even like a Wells Fargo, you go directly to the app and never go through the link on the text, because you know, they're never going to text you directly to put in your card information through a text message. So just be safe about that. Just think twice before you click on any of those links.
Yeah, if you recognize any of these stores, you kind of want more things to look out for or ways to stay safe online. Jane mentioned earlier, we're having our cybersecurity Vibrant U event tomorrow. We call it Hackers, Scammers, and AI. It's a free class open to the public. You don't have to have Vibrant. You don't have to be a Meeker Co-op member. You can come for completely free. We're going to have some more basic snacks and non-alcoholic drinks to munch on. We expect it to probably last about an hour. It'll start at 5:30 at the Meeker Co-op office here in Litchfield, right on Highway 12. So come on out. You don't have to necessarily RSVP or anything like that. You can stop on out. It's completely free. But we're just going to, again, go into more detail about stuff to look out for, red flags to identify, what to do if you've been, compromised. It's more of an education piece. We're not going to be, we're not the experts as far as fixing your devices if you've been compromised, some of that stuff. But really, it's more education. What to keep an eye out for, where you can go if you've been compromised, some of that stuff. So free class, like I said, tomorrow night at 5:30.
Yeah, and if you want to catch any of our episodes here, we do put them on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. You can just go to via search bar, search Vibrant Broadband. And if you have questions on anything we've talked about, anything we talked about in the past, or just questions maybe we haven't hit on yet, you can give us a call at 693-3231. You can go on our website at vibrantbroadband.com. And as always, you can listen live here on KLFD Wednesdays at 10:30.
Perfect. So thanks for having us, Randy. Thanks for listening. I'm Jane.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Bo.
So tune in next week for another Vibrant U Live.
Brilliant speed with vibrant service. Vibrant broadband internet. Vibrant broadband internet.